and you then understand that your responsibility is so much. Can you handle it? You know. So, and some people, when you ask them, is Canada multicultural, they'll agree. You know, they're so blind to the facts. You know, something that is shoved up your face, you can't see it. They'll be saying, "Oh, what about the Indian Little China? Hey, what about the Indian restaurants there? Little Italy, Little China, Little whatever." You know, that's the illusory. That's the process of, you know, deluding people. You know, you have to create that mirage. You need a veiling system. That is the veiling system. You know, they commodify your cultures. Your cultures are commodified. You know, it's turned into you know, the Maroney government. They wanted to commodify culture. You know, try to build an economic base out of multiculturalism. You see, the way the white man thinks is linear. Just one profit control. You know, profit control. That's their, you know, basis of their science, their knowledge, their ideas, their symbols, their words, their justifications. Everything they do is based on that ideology. Profit and control. See, they are ready to do anything. I mean anything to safeguard that interest, profit and control. That is the modern credo. See. So multiculturalism, you know, is a political ploy. You see, it's a political ploy. What is one? It's a political ploy. So stop deceiving yourself, man. With the history, with the Canadian history and their race relations, their history of race relations is not a very nice one, you know. It's not a very nice one. With the Chinese head tax, you know, during the nation building era, when they were building their nation, Chinese came over and they charged them head tax like $100 for them to come over. Come over and do what? Build railroads. You know, they wanted to expand. They wanted to expand, you know, the economy. They needed a sizable labor force for taxation. You know, the primary sector. They wanted to develop the primary sector. You know, mining, fishery, agriculture. You know, the extraction. You know, they wanted to build extraction, manufacturing. So they needed labor. You know, they needed both skilled and unskilled labor. See? So Chinese immigrants came mostly as unskilled labor. They were building. They were getting fucked in the ass in the railways. Man, God damn. They brought the Chinese over and fucked them up. You know. By that time, they are done with the native Indians. Man. The native Indians they were like 50, 100 million when they came. By the time the cracker put down the gun, the natives were lower than what? 10 million, 15 million. Man. So you had this long period of segregation. That is, it was in policy, in law. If you see a nigger, keep this nigger out of the border. Do you hear that, Jack? Do you hear that, Mike? Aye, Mike. I hear that, sir. See? A nigger at that time, a Nubian, you know, a lion was treated like swine, man. You know. So you have Trudeau came through, you know, and brought in multiculturalism, that fancy word, that deceptive word, multiculturalism. Multiculturalism became just more like a folk something, right? Was a folk something, folklore, So that's what it is, man. You need to open your eyes. I've been talking so long now. Open your minds. Canada is not multicultural. It's a political ploy. They want to shift because they don't focus on the social barriers. Economic and political barriers to power in this country. The minority, the so-called minorities, the immigrants are powerless, because we don't have economic and political institutions, especially Nubians, immigrants of Nubian descent, they're still at the bottom of the hive. So that's what this whole multiculturalism is, just to shift focus from the main socio-economic barriers in this country. See, they shift it to the cultural realm, when the focus should be on, this, barriers to property rights, education, a sound education, labor market, position to labor markets, getting hired on time and not being the last to get hired and being the first to get fired. You see, this is serious barriers. How do we get access to the political parliament to make our rights known? If you want to have rights, you need political power. You need political power. If you want to make a change to the hiring process, so that a dude from Nubia, a man or a woman from Nubia that comes here with her skills, a technocrat, if he comes here, they don't get treated like mess. We had people in political power that can pass our bills, make our case, pass our bills, make it law that every credential is recognized, unless proven otherwise by the person's work. If the person's work doesn't reflect something suitable, something adequate. If your work doesn't reflect something adequate, then fine, you can fire the person. But the person must be given a chance to prove himself, So, multiculturalism is a joke. It has been a joke, always be a joke. It's an illusion, It can never be anything as multiculturalism. Different cultures cannot form a nation unless there's something binding them. Something must bind them as a nation. For real.